From the Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is an OSU Update with Gina Mizell. I'm Jenny Carlson. Oklahoma State opening with Mississippi State. Gina, this week, obviously everybody knows that. Mississippi State's offense, an SEC offense, what challenges do they present to the Cowboy defense? New defensive coordinator Glenn Spencer talked about that recently.
It's a very experienced team they've got coming back. They've got an offensive line, with a first rounder and probably two more coming up the next year. So the physicality, the toughness that they bring up front, we've got to match. We've got to find a way to. It's been hard to simulate, and that concerns me. But we've got to find a way to match it and perform and try to hold point and stop their run game.
All right, so Gina, what challenges do you say are at the top of the list for the Cowboys as they prepare for Mississippi State?
Certainly the mass up front, of course, but I'm kind of curious to know why Glenn Spencer didn't mention Tyler Russell, their quarterback, who many think is an NFL prospect. Mike Gundy certainly thinks he's an NFL prospect, a guy who set 11 single-season records for Mississippi State last year in his first year as the full-time starter. So he's got some receivers that have graduated and have moved on, so that'll be an interesting thing to monitor. But yeah, he's got a good offensive line, a good running game behind him, and so it should be an interesting challenge. Certainly a bigger challenge than Savannah State was in the season opener last year. We'll put it that way.
I think so. You mentioned wide receivers, and Daquan Lowe, the Cowboys safety, actually talked about those receivers and how the defensive shifts for the Cowboys might match up against those receivers.
Well, I think we're playing more aggressive, and when you play more aggressive, I think good things happen. If we're closer on routes and closer to the defender, closer to the receiver, and making the quarterback throw it in tight windows, we get our hands on balls and different types of stuff to help us get turnovers.
I mean, Gina, this is the first chance we have to see this change in philosophy. Is this really going to be a good opportunity to see just how different this defense is?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you're going up against a solid offensive team, and yes, one that's missing its top three wide receivers and needing to have some guys fill in. But again, the MO with this defense was that it needed to force more turnovers. It wanted to force more turnovers, and it wanted to play tighter coverage. So again, if that's going to happen, we're going to see it on Saturday. And certainly you think playing that tighter coverage puts these defensive backs in better position to create turnovers, just like Daquan Lowe said, but it also runs the risk of getting beat over the top. So we'll see if this shift in philosophy has worked with Justin Gilbert and Kevin Peterson and Daquan Lowe and company, and that'll be something interesting to watch on Saturday for sure.
Definitely so. Thanks, Gina. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.